Jim, when you walk off a field losing 21-10, is it easy to forget that some of the rugby played by Saints this afternoon was pretty good?
No, it's not easy to forget, but it's still frustrating the way that the game went, and I guess it was quite pleasing, some of our rugby, but we created a lot of opportunities, moved the ball pretty well, but we just didn't have any patience, and time again in the first and the second half we got close to their line and rushed things and just couldn't convert into tries, and ultimately that proved really decisive. Exeter played well, they put us under pressure, particularly in the scrum early on. Went down to 14 and then 13 men, and then when you're like that for 20 minutes in the second half, you're always struggling. And you do well to create things, and we did. At times we really moved up the field, looked after the ball, and then just literally gave it away, whether it was a silly offload or just making a mistake, dropping the ball. And a lot of credit to Exeter, they looked after the ball, moved it well, and stretched us in defence.
Going into half time, you're trailing 8-5, having created 3 or 4 good chances in the first half. What was said in the dressing room?
Well, what was said was, well done. Clearly we'd done well at that to not concede 5 minutes to go, going down to 14 men. Again, that came from us attacking and giving the ball away, then suddenly having to run 60-70 metres back to defend. But we did well to concede and go in at 8-5. Wind in our favour, everything should have gone well, but we couldn't clear our lines, we couldn't get out of the half. We went down to 14 and then ultimately 13 men, and then it was a massive ask to come back.
And then conversely, at the full time, what's then said in the changing room after the way that especially the third quarter went? It looked like from the sidelines like the soul searching had almost started amongst the players before they even came off.
Well, they know that we haven't played well, and we've not lost many games this season, particularly in the league, and it's very, very disappointing when you lose one, and particularly when that's backed up with last week's performance. But there was some parts of that performance which was good today. Some of the game management needs to improve. Looking after the ball, we need to do better than that. But we're still in a good position, and we've got to remember that. We've got Milton Keynes with Saracens up next 2 weeks' time, so it just gives us a little bit of time to regroup, make sure those who need to do some work can do some, those who need a bit of a rest can have a bit of a rest, and hopefully in a week on Saturday's time we'll come to Milton Keynes and really turn it on.
Given Saracens' result against Leicester yesterday, how big a game is this now in the context really of both club seasons?
Yeah, it's massive, but we're still in a good position. I think we're 6 points clear in the league, which is a tremendous place to be, and would have certainly taken that at the beginning of the season with three games to go. So we're still confident. We need to make sure we get our game right. We need to get everybody fit, get them all back on that field. And if we do that, we've got a good chance.